My Muscle Project. Here we are, episode 1000. It's been a long journey. It's been 7 years. 8 years.
Oh,
No, 7.
7, yeah.
7.
Yeah, we're going to our 8th year.
Yeah. And we thought we'd bring you guys something a little bit more special for the 1000th episode. Now, if you followed the podcast for a while, you would have heard us maybe 2 weeks ago talking about this particular episode. And we would do something special if you connected to us closely on social media, as you all should be. You'll also have known up until this recording that we have decided to do something different, and that is to drink Fireball whiskey as we answer each other's quiz. So how today's going to work, we're completely sober at this point, just FYI. So monitor carefully the cadence and the articulation right now, because it's going to go downhill very fast. We're not big drinkers to begin with, so we've got Connor the producer, we've got his favorite drink, Fireball whiskey, cinnamon flavored whiskey, 33% alcohol, 700 mils. Total amount of standard drinks is 18. So look, even if we drank the whole thing between the three of us, we're only 6 beers in, which isn't that bad.
But we're a fitness podcast, so we suck at drinking.
Yeah. And look, the point is to not be completely sober by the end of it. But anyway, how it works is we've picked 4 of the best listener questions. So we put out a special request for 3. Actually, we ended up with 4 of the best listener questions, and we said that the best questions will be featured on episode 1000, and then we'd also, as a thank you, give you all or for those of you who are or got selected for the top 4 questions, we'll give you a free program. So what you're going to have to do, once you hear your name, Raph will read out the name, reach out to us, and we will send you one of the free project programs, any one of your choice. And if you've done it before, you can do it. We'll send you a phase 2. We can send you a third phase, whatever it is. Just please reach out when you hear your name. We will be doing those at the end, answering those 4. Before that, what we're going to do is a quiz between Raph and I, basically a battle. So we have 10 questions each, 5 multiple choice questions with 4 answers, and then 5 true or false questions. And we'll probably alternate. We'll go multiple choice, true, false, multiple choice, true and false. If you get the question wrong, you have to do a shot. And these are full-size shots. So we have some water and some chasers, but the chaser and the water is going to run out pretty quick, I would imagine. And so that's going to be the battle. Now, they're somewhat podcast-related questions. They're questions that we're both experienced for, so I'm not going to ask you a question that you weren't even there for or privy to. It makes obviously no sense. You just be guessing. So we've both tried to keep these questions specific to an event that we were both involved in.
And I think some of the listeners will know the answer as well.
I think so. If they're paying really close attention.
If not, just do your shot and be part of the show.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to pull out...
No, they won't. They'll end up hammered because...
Can we get in trouble if we start...
They'll get so many wrong.
Start promoting drinking. So, should we do our Sunday scissors, paper, rock? So you goes first?
Yes.
All right, so winner decides to go...
Winner goes first.
Whether the battle bowl.
Scissors, paper, rock.
All right. You go. I'm going to shoot you a question first.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll start with multiple choice and then we'll go true, false.
Sure.
All right, cool. So, happy 1000th episode, firstly. Should we do a shot just to start? Just to warm up?
Okay, we'll do one.
We'll do it, because it would suck if we got to the end. Cheers.
And we never...
Wait, hold on. Let me film this.
Dude, I'm pretty good at this. I might not drink again. It's probably my only shot.
No, you're good, Connor. No,
you haven't done 1,000.
The producer's going to say it. All right, so this is going to be... this shot is going to represent, cheers, the first... just kicking it off. Yeah. Smooth, bro. Smooth.
It is like Big Red chewing gum.
Yeah. All right. Refills. Okay, so first question.
Hold up.
Man down. Man down. Oh, shit.
It's actually very fiery.
All right. Just, because we're a health and fitness podcast, we did actually eat before this, just to line our stomachs, because it'd be irresponsible to drink on an empty stomach. Okay, so... Fuck, you can kind of read this. All right, so the first question. Our very first ever podcast guest was Shannon Brenton. He actually owned a supplement company, if you recall. Supplement company was named PSE. I don't know what that stands for. But they had a flagship product. The flagship product was either... You know this guy, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
So the flagship product was...
I don't know the product.
Yeah.
I
was actually thought I was starting off with an easy one, to be fair.
God, this is so... Mine are a walk in the park. I'm rearranging my questions.
Accelerate. B,
holy jeez.
Cell stack. C, energy cell. Or D, cell charge. Now, the rules before you answer, okay, you're allowed 1 repeat of the answers, not 3. And
Can I call
looking
Can I call a friend?
I basically reckon you've got 30 seconds to answer. Because otherwise, I was thinking like if you had more time, something like maths related, you could potentially like add it up or something.
I'm going to go D, cell charge.
That's correct. Damn it. I should have put more cell related questions. It was easy. No, I knew once he'd hear the word, he'd be like, I fucking remember that. Because we had it in our fridge for ages.
Okay. Enjoy your first shot. So...
No.
He's about to get this.
Bro, if that's the case, then we're doing 10 shots each.
Okay. 2015.
Got some spillage.
We went to the CrossFit Regionals together on a team.
2015.
2015.
Yep. That's
Pacific Regionals.
Yeah. This is multiple choice, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Shocker, we didn't win, nor go to the CrossFit Games. But what did we finish? Did we finish A, 7th, B, 10th, C, 15th, or D, 21st? This was the 2015.
Read them out again, one more time.
A, 7th.
Yeah.
B, 10th. C, 15th. D, 21st.
10th. B.
You locking that in?
Yeah. Lock it in, Eddie.
B, 10th. Standard with you, optimistic, we came 15th.
Fuck. Was it that bad?
Yeah, dude, we sucked. Hold on, I'm not taking all the blame for that result. There were some other team members.
15th.
Yeah, dude, this was early.
Wait,
days.
how many times did we compete for creature? 3.
I did the team twice.
Yeah.
We did the team twice.
No, we did the team twice.
Did you do it when I went individual, or you did? No,
no, we didn't qualify that
Yeah,
year.
we did it twice.
Yeah, we did twice.
15th and 17th.
And 7th.
And
15th and 7th?
No, we came 6th. We came one spot out of
Why do I
qualifying
think we
for the
came
CrossFit
10th?
Games.
Were we 10th at some point in that weekend?
You'd like to think so.
Anyway, I'm 2 shots in.
Yeah, we finished bad because your girlfriend hurt her shoulder at the end.
What happened here? Oh, she dislocated her shoulder.
Dislocated her shoulder, so we tumbled. We tumbled at the end. Okay, that question's done.
Whew. Whew.
Don't need chasers.
All right, cool. So true or false now. The first true or false question. Okay. Easy one. My best O lifts, for those of you who don't know, my best weightlifting numbers are on the snatch, 117.5, and on the clean and jerk, 140. True or false?
True.
False. My best snatch is 115.
Yeah, fuck.
That's not shot.
I jumped into that.
Too confident.
Dude, that was it. That was a tricky one. I knew you would know the clean and jerk because you were there, right? You remember it?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a huge shot. All right, we're both 2 shots in. I'm gonna lose very, very quickly. I'm gonna lose count of that number. You know what it should have been? We should have had more shot glasses. I should have filled up like all the shot glasses and then like took them away so you could have counted it at the end.
Okay.
Because at this point, I feel like I've just been drinking all day.
So we're on 2 shots, and I'm on my second question.
Oh yeah, Connor. Connor needs to sub in. Here we go. Wait, what's happening?
You said you wanted more chocolate.
Oh no, I was kind of joking. Yeah, that's all right. We'll just keep it there. It's good decoration.
Okay, next question.
Wait, so hold on. When does Connor shot?
Every time we do a shot. So how many have you missed?
I missed all of them.
No, you just missed 2.
Missed 2.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, there's 1. No, not the first one though. You just need 2. He's had 1 for getting 1 wrong. I've had 1 for getting 1 wrong. For listeners at home, we apologize for any issues. Connor's constantly having to step over this cord, so we just want to be especially careful. He's also blocking the camera, which he always tells us not to block. Okay. All right. So.
Okay, next question.
You're up.
What episode?
True or false? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. True or false? Have we ever recorded an episode without any video, so you can't see the guest? Obviously not in person, but have we ever recorded and released an episode that we couldn't see the person, so we just did it as a phone call?
Oh, okay. Yes.
In 1,000
True.
episodes.
Yes.
You locking that in?
Yeah, of course.
Fuck.
Of course.
Who did we do?
That was shit. Nice.
Who did we record?
Oh fuck.
That's what the question.
I remember it. No, I remember it. It's awkward because we're like staring at each other on the screen.
It was so bad.
No, I can't remember. Who was it?
Eric Lau Kellner,
Oh,
the
yeah.
weightlifting coach.
Yeah.
Weightlifting coach from Europe.
I thought we did maybe. You know what? I think once potentially we started like that, and then we said, "Hey, we're going to need some video."
Dude, it's a painful process.
Yeah. No, I
We'll
do.
never ever do again.
I do remember the scarring of it. Okay, so multiple choice question number 2. In Los Angeles, 2016, we were on a podcast tour, and we ended up going down to a street called Abbot Kinney Boulevard. A very, very famous street in LA, if people don't know. Very Hollywood. You know,
Yes.
a lot of famous people there, and we bumped into podcast
Oh no.
superstars Brendan Schaub and Brian
Oh,
Callen.
thank God, they're gonna make me name them.
No. I actually thought that would be too easy.
I
I was like,
was
okay,
gone.
well, so Brendan Shaw and Brian Callen are hosts of the Fighter and the Kid podcast, now superstars in their own rights in so many other different domains. But this is one, like, when I wrote this, I was like, he literally doesn't know, but he has a 25% chance of getting it. Brendan pulled up in what car?
Oh my God. Are you joking? I didn't even know they was driving.
Yeah, dude. I saw the car straight away. I was like, shit, that's a nice car. Because, you know, guys, for listeners at home, these are experiences that
But
Ralph and I
hold
went
on,
through together.
This was an unbelievable story because basically we got onto this street
Mm.
and then I think someone was driving us, we're in an Uber and you're like, oh dude, this street is like these two really famous guys that listen to their podcast and they're always talking about this street.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool if we meet them. And literally within 30 seconds you go, there they are.
Yeah, he just pulled out of the car.
Unbelievable.
I was like, Brendan! I just ran across the
Unbelievable.
road and he's like, yo, who are you?
I thought you were joking.
No, I'm dead serious. Okay, so
All right.
yeah, because for listeners at home, what I'm saying is, I have to go into moments in a shared experience with you and I, and try and think of details that you wouldn't remember, but I would, and that's difficult. But because I know you so well, I knew you wouldn't have any idea about his car. So his car was a Porsche 911, B, Ferrari F430, C, Mercedes AMG C63, or D, Bentley Continental GT. Do you want me to hear it? Listen off
Yeah,
again?
one more time. Yeah.
Okay. A, Porsche 911.
This doesn't strike me as a Porsche guy.
B, Ferrari F430. C, Mercedes AMG C63. Or D, Bentley Continental GT.
I think it was a C Mercedes. Ugh. Bentley. You rolled up in a Bentley.
Bentley Continental. How did you know it was a D? Were you picking between C and D?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was D. Yeah, Bentley Continental GT. All right, have a shot.
I kind of remember it wasn't like a really flashy car. That's why I was thinking Mercedes or the Bentley.
So the Bentley is a very nice car, but it's not that
not like
flashy.
yeah.
It's not. It doesn't.
Not
If
like
you don't
a
really
sports
know about cars, it won't really catch your eye as much. But you say he's not a Porsche guy. Now he drives a Porsche 911. Yeah.
Is that
Um.
another shot for me?
Oh yeah, it's another shot for Connor as well. I'm pouring one. Okay. Maybe you know what? How about-
No, just don't let him off the hook.
Maybe. Well, I was gonna say maybe each time we both have a shot, then you have a shot. So when I have my next shot, you have a
He'll
shot.
be right. My questions are easy from here on out.
All right, Connie having a shot. I'll pour you mini ones. All right, overflow. All right, go, Ralph. I'm ready. I'm listening.
Okay, so famous episode
Oh, this is fun.
94.
When does this go from fun to awful?
We had Mark Tobre on the podcast.
Oh shit.
Now, old listeners will remember that he lectured us about the fact we didn't know enough about dumbbells on the show, and what brand, and he claimed we weren't masters of our craft. So
Classic.
this was a very well-known show for us. How long? I like time-stamped it. How long
Oh come
did
on.
he
bro.
lecture us about dumbbells? So this was
Fucking-
basically, if you go
this is
in,
good.
this is from the start of when he was like, "All right, bro." He's like, "Think about dumbbells. Is this whatever?"
No, didn't he? I remember he like pulled us up on the question.
So basically, he started saying about how one of the things that changed his mind. I was like, how you really need amazing dumbbells from the very beginning. Like everybody needs Watson's dumbbells.
Yeah.
Which is verified. You do not.
No,
No.
absolutely not. No.
The idea that every single person on the planet needs to use
I
Watson's
saw him
dumbbells.
try and snatch like a 40-kilo dumbbell, and it was pathetic. I was like, all right.
So
bro.
and then this kept going. We tried to change the subject. He would not let us change the subject as he continued to berate us about not knowing about dumbbells. How long did this process go for? Did it go for A, 4 minutes, B, 7 minutes, C, 10 minutes, or D, 15 minutes?
Oh, fuck.
It was within 10 seconds of this, so it's accurate. A, 4 minutes, B, 7 minutes, C, 10 minutes, or D, 15 minutes.
Fuck, 10 minutes. 10 and 15 minutes seems very long to be, but it was, I'm going to go with B. 7 minutes. Was it 7 minutes?
C, 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You know what? I don't even care if I'm having a shot because that's just hilarious that he lectures 10 minutes.
So at 10 minutes, you finally moved it on to
We've been,
nutrition.
we've been recording this podcast for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
that's how long it went on for.
That guy's got serious problems. What's his, nah, don't stop promoting him. Why have
Okay.
I poured a massive shot here? Wait, what's this for number 3? Oh my
It's your
God.
third.
3 in 15 minutes. 3 in 15 minutes. You've done 3? Oh, shit.
All right. I'm on point for this next one.
Oh, my God. Okay. That fireball's running out quick. Okay. Cool. Fuck, I'm glad we ate before this. Okay, second true or false question. During the 2018 podcast tour, or was it 19? The one with
This is your question.
no, I think it's 2019.
Oh, yeah.
sorry, my bad.
I'll ask
Which
two. You're saying
16, 17, 19.
19.
We
Yeah.
missed 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Why did we miss 18?
I don't know. It's
Were
a
we
good
training
question.
for something? Regionals, maybe? No, we
No.
went to Dubai in 2018.
Yeah, we did. We've gone away every year.
Yeah. So we went to Dubai in
Yeah.
2018. Okay, so 2019 USA podcast tour. 2019, sorry, USA podcast tour. Was we interviewed Mark Bell, if you remember that,
Mhm.
at Super Training, strongest gym in the West, and we consumed a drink during the podcast, which is only available in the USA at the time. True or false? So we consumed a drink during that podcast that he provided to us, and that drink was only available in the USA at that time, as in you couldn't get it here in Australia. True or false?
True.
Yeah.
What was the drink?
Yeah, it was the Monster iced coffee.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
Monster
That's right. I
only do
remember it
energy
well.
drinks here, but they actually do. I think they have the iced
It's
coffee
sick.
here now potentially, but back then
I've never seen it.
I'd never had it before.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like that was a bit of an.
You know what? I've actually got a question on the same podcast.
Oh, nice.
Raph, how many shots have you done?
Two.
Two. I'm one ahead.
This is a personal question for me.
3 inches.
Actually, no, sorry. It's a personal question for you.
Oh, okay. 10.
So you should know. So this is verified by This is one of our first ever after shows, right? In
Ooh,
the show,
Jesus.
the show was titled like Best and Worst Purchases under $200. In the
Okay,
year
yeah, I
one,
remember
right?
the show.
Had nothing to do with that, but
The
in
show had nothing to do with
no.
that.
This question nothing to do with the
Okay.
whatever. But in the episode I was listening to it, you mentioned something about yourself. You said how much you spend on clothes in a year. This was 2016.
Fuck.
Did you say you were claiming how much you spent on clothes? Did you say A, I spent
Well,
two-
hold on. This is a multiple choice?
Yeah.
No, you're supposed to give me a true or false.
We'll get to that. A, I spent $2,000 a year on clothes. B, $1,000 a year on clothes.
Oh, my God.
C, $500 a year on clothes. Or D, $200 a year on clothes.
Okay.
You said it.
It definitely wasn't 200. What was the first one?
So
2,000?
2,000, 1,000,
Okay,
500,
200.
200.
Okay, so let's rule out D. That would have been back when the first after show would have been making fuck all money. So I definitely wasn't bragging about how much money I spent on clothes. But maybe I was, but it was just a small number. So I'm gonna go with
It was the end of 2016, like December.
yeah. Okay. I couldn't imagine I had $2,000 to spend on clothes. I'm gonna go with 500. See,
It's incredible. You don't know yourself very well. $200.
$200.
Yes.
Fuck. That's all I spent on clothes.
That's
I was
what you
bragging
said.
and saying that's how much I spent on
You
clothes.
weren't really bragging. You were just saying, hey, I spent about $200 a year on clothes. And the best purchase you got that year was a pair of jeans to go out.
Bro, that is actually fascinating. How much
is, yeah.
compared to now? It's like absurd.
That's why I put it
I'm
in.
not gonna-
and
I'm not
fascinating
gonna-
that you have to do another drink.
Definitely not gonna say what I spend now. Okay, I'm 4 deep.
Raph's on. Keep it
Raph's on 2.
No, I know on 3.
No, you're on 2.
2, cool.
Lockie's on.
Oh, we're not including the one we did to warm up.
No.
Right, okay.
Oh wait, no. If we're including the one we did to warm up.
Yeah.
I'm on 4.
I'm on 3.
You're
yeah,
one behind.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not including the one in the beginning.
No, that is including. I'm including all alcohol that's gone into my body up until this point. But technically, you are in the lead.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, and
So
in
that
every
was
way you could imagine.
so that was your third. You just did the third multiple choice, but you
Yes.
okay. So you've only done 1 true or false. So I'll do my third multiple choice now. So you need to do 2 true or false in a row. Oh, we've got the tally. Oh, sweet. Got it's done for. Okay. So third multiple choice question. On our second podcast tour that we ever did
Yes.
in Miami, we went to the gym business conference, a gym business conference. And then on the final night, because many nights for me, I went out to a nightclub. But on the final night, we went to a nightclub. The nightclub was named
Oh.
what?
Right, you are joking. Fucking kidding.
This is good. Okay, 25% chance. So A, Sky Bar.
I remember what it was like, so that if it relates to what it was like, I'll get it.
Okay, A, Sky Bar. B, Ocean Lounge. C, Mangoes. D, Copper Bar Nightclub. You hear him again?
So we definitely went to somewhere called Mangoes. We definitely did. I just don't know if that was the place we went on the last night, but we definitely went to somewhere called Mangoes, and it definitely had an ocean vibe. What was B again? What did you say? It
Okay,
was?
so A, Sky Bar. B, Ocean Lounge.
Yeah.
C, Mangoes. Or D, Copper Bar Nightclub.
So I think we went to Mangoes, but that wasn't that night. I think on that night we went to B, Ocean Lounge. Fuck! Mangoes?
It was Mangoes. Yeah. You talked yourself out of it.
It was Mangoes,
You
but
talked yourself out
it
of it.
was like an ocean. It was all water and shit.
No. Okay, no, not that club. I know that club you're talking about.
Ah, okay.
No, but before that club, we went to Mangoes.
Mangoes.
Yeah. Sorry, Raf. We went out a lot in Miami. If we ever do a podcast tour in Miami again, that would not be good. Be way more shots than what we're having now.
Mangoes. I gotta trust my gut.
That was fun.
Oh,
All right, cool. So you actually owe me 2 true or false in a row now because you've only done 1 true or false, right? Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I have more. I can convert it. I can convert one. All right, personal question.
What's the score?
True
All
or
right, we're tied.
false? Have I ever smuggled an illegal drug into Australia?
Oh. Have you ever smuggled an illegal drug into Australia?
I initially wrote, and what was the drug? But that doesn't really work.
This
True or
is
false?
super incriminating, eh? I feel like it's something, but it might be like, yes, you have. True.
What was the drug?
It's that drug we got from Mark Bell. I remember because I did it as well. It's that green thing. What was it called?
True, kratom.
Yeah, Kratom. Yes, I was there. I did it too.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was thinking like,
Still illegal, actually.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
oh, right.
Still illegal.
Yeah, right.
Still in my house if anyone wants to try it.
Fuck, Kratom.
No, I've had nearly all of it, but
Wait,
I left a little bit just for like opportunities like this.
Wait,
So
how
let's
does this
try it.
drinking work? So it's only if you get it wrong, right? So I got it right, so I'm not drinking. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
you're not drinking.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so fourth, no. Okay, yeah, third true or false question. Now I will put a caveat to this. If you actually haven't heard of this answer before, like if you don't even know about the existence of it at all, because I wrote this question and I was like, I can't remember if I told Raf about this or not, because it's like more on my side, this one. But if you haven't ever heard about it at all, and don't lie,
I can skip it.
then you can just skip it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure if you
Yeah.
knew about it or not. But what's that? No, but I can come up with one. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're involved in this because
Yeah.
it was a brief moment, but I tell you a lot of things, pretty much everything. So hopefully you remember. Okay, so true or false? I once tried to start a performance eyewear company called All Out Eyewear. True or false?
Well, you're an idiot, so true.
Yeah, that's true.
Stupid name. Never heard of it.
Oh shit. He knows. This is the problem. He knows me too well. All Out Eyewear.
Sounds like something you would do.
Well, so they were basically how it came about, right? Was see, this is the problem. This is a good lesson for folks at home, right? This is the problem. If you run a business, but you actually don't see a future in the business, or it doesn't excite you anymore, naturally, as an entrepreneur, what you'll do is you'll start creating all these side businesses, and that is actually a really good sign that you don't like the main business that you're in. Since we started Locker Room, there's been no side hustles. It's just been Locker Room because I love it so much, and it was just at a point where, in the journey with the group fitness gyms, I was just looking for other avenues. It just wasn't exciting for me anymore. And then I saw this hole in the market where I was like, fuck, like it's so hard to do a workout with eyewear that doesn't look like you're a speed dealer.
Well, that's what didn't Cara Webb start at sunglasses? Yeah.
Well, then she started, yeah. So I reckon right when she started hers, probably 8 to 10 months before that, I had the idea. And I started like looking at glasses on Alibaba and stuff because I was like, you can wear cool glasses and still work out in the sun. They just, right now, there's not an in-between
Well, you
right
would
now.
have made a killing during lockdown.
So anyway, yeah, all
Okay.
out eyewear.
So, multiple choice. When I got busted
No,
for...
no, you're up to, no, you need to give me another true or false because you've only done 2 true or false, right? You need to do a third true or false. Is that possible?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, this one. So, have we ever gone through and got paid to do a sponsorship ad read for a gambling company? True or false?
Does betting count as gambling?
Yeah. it's
True.
gambling.
I remember. It was CrossFit betting.
Yeah,
you
we
could bet
took,
on.
I think we took like $500 like back in the day, a long time
We
ago.
apologize.
And it was like you could bet on who was going to win the CrossFit Games. Pretty smart.
Yeah,
Because it's not on like sports betting.
Yeah, it wasn't on. So
Nah.
they hosted it on one place. You could go
Yeah.
on and bet.
obviously didn't play out for them.
Probably a scam. Probably just bet on them and never saw your money.
All right, cool. So weak question, easy one. Okay, so fourth multiple choice question. So this leaves us 4 total questions left each. So we're just over halfway in the competition. Connor, predictions as who's going to come out the favorite.
We're tying at the moment. I mean, Connor's going to win.
Yeah, we're tied.
As in, like,
I've got 3 wrong. So we're half and half. So 3 I've got right, 3 I've got wrong.
Yeah.
the least amount of shots.
Yeah, we're just who's getting the questions?
I reckon Raf will do the least amount of shots.
Oh, okay. So he reckons Raf's going to win. So I have to put him wrong. Underdog, that's all right. Okay, so what was the name, multiple choice, which was the last comp that I ever competed in at CrossFit? A, CrossFit Regionals.
Yes.
B, All Stars Sydney. C, CrossFit Open. Or D, the Creature In-House Marrickville Pairs Comp. Do you want to hear him again?
C or D?
The last
Yeah.
the last competition
Wasn't
I competed
regionals.
in. Regionals?
So if you did the Open, that counts as doing competition.
Well, I wouldn't be on that list if it wasn't a competition.
So we had a throwdown for the Creature Gym in 2019, but I don't think you did it. So I think you just didn't
Didn't I?
partake in the competition. And I know you did the Open in 2018 because it was on a video that we did for the My Muscle project.
You didn't do that All Stars comp, did you?
I don't even know what competition. Oh, that one. No, I didn't do that. So, yeah, you just did not do that Creature one. I'm going to stand by that. So I think you did the Open 2018.
Fuck, you got it.
Yes.
Motherfucker.
No, I
Dickhead.
keep tabs on that shit, bro.
Dickhead.
Make sure I
He went
beat
with
you.
his gut feeling that time. That was a good call.
Okay.
I knew that one would fall in your favor. He tracks CrossFit things like the Rain Man. He just knows. He knows at 3 minutes 18.
You were
did
you
his
were-
first
you were
chest to bar
walking
pull-up.
into my skill set there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was the time I got busted for wearing a weight vest in the shopping center.
This is for multiple choice. Number 4. Yep, cool.
So
Ready.
I think 3 years ago I got busted for wearing a weight vest in the shopping center. I got caught in the gym, and the SWAT team was called on me.
That's crazy.
It was like full anti-terror.
You reckon there's new listeners that don't know about that story?
Probably. I mean,
Just tell them really quickly about
so
that
long
story.
story short, I basically went in. I just went for a workout at the gym, and then as this gym workout progressed, I was just doing 40 minutes on the bike.
You had a weight vest on.
No. I just walked in with a weight vest, put it in the locker room
No, but you're wearing a weight vest.
when I first walked in.
Yeah, because
but
you had just done a workout with a weight vest
I
on.
basically did like a 45-minute walk with a weight vest or run, and then I put the weight vest in the locker room. Then I went and did a bike for 45 minutes. It was a 90
so you went
minutes
from
cardio.
outdoors to inside the Westfield.
Yes.
Yeah. Westfield's like a shopping center. For
My
people that
mistake
don't
is I walked through the car park entrance, so it was a bit dodgy. And then basically, more and more police were coming during this workout. By the time they actually got me and took me in to the change room alone, they had to evacuate the change room, and there was probably like 15 SWAT team people there. Like the anti-terror was called on me.
Jesus.
So, what was the consequence of this weight vest scenario? Did I A, get a ban from wearing the weight vest in Westfield? B, did I get a written police warning from the police? Or C, did I get 2 months free membership at the gym as a reward? Or D, all of the above?
Okay, come again because I was filming.
A ban from wearing
Yep. Okay.
the weight vest in Westfield.
Yep. Ban.
B, a written police warning.
Yep.
C, a reward of 2 months free membership at the gym. Or D, all of the above?
I'm gonna have to go D. All the above.
Good answer.
Yes.
I got a
You know,
written
you
warning
shoulda-
from the police. I
Yeah.
did get 2 months free membership, and I also got an official ban from wearing the weight vest in Westfield, which I've only done once since then. It was just once I had to
Just
get
you had to
someone from the
know.
store.
You just had to know. Am I really
I
banned?
was like, let's see what
How
happens.
good is your security? How good is your security? All right, fuck. So we're tied. We are fucking. It's coming in close. It's coming in close. All right. So, fourth true or false question. Ooh, this is interesting. You got a 50-50 chance. In 2015, I had a cortisone injection to fix my right and left knees. True or false?
Which year?
2015. The year's correct. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the year. In 2015, I had a cortisone injection to fix my right and left knees. True or false?
So you had them in both knees. Is that the question?
Yeah.
It was a bad year, man. My knee was hurting as well. It's true.
It's false.
Fuck. Earlier than that?
No, I had an autologous injection.
Oh my god, bro.
Not
Now,
a cor-
come on. Come on.
No, and it actually was only in my right knee. Yeah, so I got double wrong.
That was a hard question.
Yeah, it was hard. I just want to make you drink. I'm in the lead. I'm in the lead.
Okay, this is one for the serious OG listeners.
Imagine if we finish this podcast and they're like, best podcast ever. You have to drink
Yeah, every
every
week.
time you drink. We shut the podcast
That's when we
down.
shut it down.
They're like, we are not listening. We're not
Call
giving you a download again unless you get drunk when you podcast.
Okay, I actually don't know what episode.
Or maybe
this
we'll just get a
was.
different drug to experiment with, not alcohol.
It was within the first 50. So
It's true or false, right?
yeah, no, multiple choice.
No, you're up to true or false.
I'm run out of them.
How is this fair? Now I'm going to 25% chances.
No, but they're easy questions, bro. So in this episode, we had on the first ever F45 world champion, right? It was in 2015.
Jace Atard.
And
Atard. I got. What was his name?
no, you didn't.
Okay.
Actually. And we were. Fuck, I'm struggling now. How many shots am I up to? I was trying to read it. We got threatened by headquarters of F45 after to take down the episode.
Oh shit.
What was the name of it? Of him? Was it A, James Love, B, James Love Adard, C, Jace Adard, or D, Jace Love Adard?
D. Jace Love Atard.
Fuck.
Woo! Woo! All right, I'm in the lead.
How well do you know this guy?
No, I don't know. It just came to my head. See, when I drink, I get superpowers. Okay. Final multiple choice question. Oh wait, am I up to that? Yeah, take a shot, bro.
Why? He just got it right.
No, I got it right. No, it's all good.
I got it right.
Yeah, I got it right. Yeah. Is that?
No,
It's if you get it wrong.
If I get it wrong,
Yeah, if you get it wrong. Yeah. Okay. Fifth multiple choice question. Fifth and final multiple choice question. Oh, this is a go. Now, when I wrote this one, I did this one for the folks at home. Okay, I'm putting my own. Anyway, enough said. I'll run the question. Okay. In 2018. 2018? Yeah. No, 2017. Yeah, in 2017, we missed a flight home from Atlanta, Georgia, to Sydney. On the rush to the airport, when we were late, what unfortunate event happened to me? A. I pissed myself.
That was a few different times.
Connor can't handle himself. B. I forgot one of my bags. C. I didn't fill up the car and copped a fuel bill. I guess that kind of happened to both of us. Or D. I pooped my pants. I'll go again.
So you really needed to pee. I actually remember that. But
Okay.
I think was...
Do you want me to read them
because,
again?
no, because we stopped for fuel at that really dodgy place. We got fuel.
Did we?
We had to stop and we had to get fuel and like you were like, bro, they're gonna attack us.
Or was that 2019?
No, this was the way back from TTT, Training Think Tank, to get to a flight. I think we stopped and got the fuel. That's the reason we missed the flight. So I'm gonna have to go with A. You peed yourself.
Wrong.
What?
I pooed myself.
I remember you really had to go to the bathroom. I do remember. Oh, that's right. Yeah, and then it was stank like shit. I actually remember this now.
Oh, yeah, I did that one
we
for
were
the listeners at home.
We were on the train.
I don't think they've heard that story
I think
before.
you whispered it to me on the train.
No. Dude, all right, this is what happened, right? So,
The airport train.
so
Let me just do my
obviously, obviously, people want to hear the story behind this. I don't think people have heard the whole story, but basically, what happened was, we pulled up to this dodgy ass fuel station near the airport, which we're going to be late anyway, and then there was this giant line to I think to check our bags in or something, so we didn't check our bags. Anyway, ended up missing the flight, but from parking the rental car to getting to the airport line, we ran, and I was running, and there was something wrong with my gut, so I was like, oh, I'll just run and I'll just do a little fart to relieve the pressure. I farted, and I was like, wait, that didn't relieve the pressure, A, and then B, I think I just shit myself. And then I was like, no, I'm good. And so it always just a bit warm when you fart too much. But we're running, right, sprinting and sweating and trying to go on the line and stuff. And then we end up sitting in this line, and I'm like, man, I can smell shit. It does not smell good at all. Then I did the reach back, and I was like, oh, probably go to bathroom. Raph, you stand in line for the new tickets. I'll be back. And I was opening up my suitcase, getting a fresh pair of underpants, and then I think I just I took them off in the cubicle, cleaned myself up. Thank God it was only a small patch. And then it was I think I just scrunched up the underpants in toilet paper and threw them in the bin. Yeah, so ditched them.
To do.
Yeah, and then fully cleaned up, put the fresh pair on, and I was good to go. But that was somewhat traumatizing.
I remember this now. It was definitely poo.
All right, so I've got a strong. You actually can't win. I don't think at this point. No wait, how many questions you got left? 2. Oh,
Yes.
the best result you can do is draw.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got 1 question left on mine.
Okay, this is
But
a
I've
related question.
2 left. If
how-
I get this right, you lose.
How many flights have we missed in total on our trips as a Marmosa project? Any trip we're together. 3, A3, B5, C7, D9.
Oh my god, 9. Fuck. All right. We've definitely missed a few. 9 would be excessive. B is 5. Did you say 5?
Yes. 3, 5, 7, 9.
I'm gonna have to go with A, 3.
Locking that in?
Yeah.
Wrong. B5.
Fuck! 5 flights we
flights,
missed.
yeah.
Jeez. All right, go through them.
2 in the USA.
Which ones?
So there was the poop in the pants
Yeah.
incident.
Yeah. The flight home. That was the worst. That was the worst one, surely. That was the worst flight we missed. An international flight all the way back home.
The most expensive, because that was our second flight missed of that trip.
Jesus.
Man, I actually don't know. I
Fuck,
don't know.
that was for the win.
When we went to Melbourne, we missed both ways. We missed the flight.
I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Both ways.
Yeah,
One,
yeah.
we just were getting food, and then the way back, both times
Yes,
were burgers.
That's right. Yeah.
Both times were burgers. Once we got in fine, and then we just had burgers and just missed the call. Next time, I wanted to stop for a burger.
Oh,
and
I
then
remember that.
burger man
Yeah,
missed
yeah.
the flight.
Fuck. We are.
And then this
useless.
one is maybe a bit unfair to you, but we also missed a flight coming home from Byron.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's true. Did we miss it or was it delayed?
No, we were late for that one, and then the next flight was all
It
day.
wasn't for ages, eh? Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Fuck, we missed a lot of flights.
so Lockie's on 4,
4.
I'm on 5.
Okay, but if you get this wrong, you lose.
Yes.
That's mathematically unwinnable. All right, last shot. How many shots is that? 5, 4.
You're on 5, I'm on 6.
Yeah, if you include the first one. Okay.
What is how many shots we've done?
No, that's all right because that's the score. But
That's the
like,
score.
I just add 1 to that. Yeah. Okay. So, final question of the episode for you. The 10th question and the 5th true or false. So, in our first attempt at the 10,000 calorie challenge,
Oof.
we had some of our food at the Philex Expo.
Oh, that was a bad idea.
One of the protein bars I unwrapped already had a bite taken out of it. True or
Yes.
false?
True, it was a protein Mars bar.
You got it.
That
Yeah.
was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then somebody heard the podcast and came and told us
yeah,
about it, right?
Yeah, owned up to it.
They were
yeah.
like, bro, I took a bite and then I lost the bar.
Bro.
Like the guy working on the stand.
So what happened? We go there and like Protein and Mars and Snickers are doing like their protein bar. They're launching it, and we're doing 10,000 calorie challenge. So we've got like 4 or 5 each or something.
Yeah.
And I open one of them.
They were a bad idea. They were so filling.
Yeah, it's on the video on the YouTube channel. I open it up and I push the bar up and it's got a chunk missing out of it, like teeth marks in it. I was like, oh my God. I should see my face on the video. I'm like, what has happened? But what happened was this guy had like, you know when someone doesn't rip it open, they kind of like peel it open like a packet of chips. So he did it perfectly and like pushed it up, took a bite and then pushed it back down and like squished the glue back together. And then like must have just, because he only took a small bite,
Got
I
lost.
must have put it back in the pile somehow and then sold it to me. Yeah, and I ate it.
They just grabbed it and thought it was a new one.
Yeah. All right, fucking hell.
Okay.
Anyway.
Final question.
Well, okay, so if I
If you get this,
get this wrong, we tie.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
okay. And
We do know that I've won anyway on
So-
a technicality because Raf's run out of true or false.
important one here, you have to keep looking at me because the answer is to your left, but you can't look to your left, okay?
What if I just face the wall?
First ever Zoom online podcast we did.
Oh,
Was it A, Jim Jones trainer Rob McDonald, B, Carl Ruth from Training Think Tank, C, Tony Gentlecore trainer from Cressy Performance, or D, Tommy Hackenbruck CrossFit Games legend? So we went, people that are listening, we went, I think, a year
Shit.
without doing an online podcast. Then
That's
after a
a-
year,
that's a
we
good
wanted
question.
some bigger guests from overseas. We wanted some Americans.
all right, go again.
A, Jim Jones, Rob McDonald, the trainer, Carl Ruth from Training Think Tank, B, or C, Tony Gentlecore from Cressy Performance, or D, Tommy Hackenbruck. We had all these people on. He was a CrossFit Games legend.
I know the very first Zoom podcast we did was Mike Cashew. Is that the very first Zoom podcast we did?
No, this is the first online one.
Oh, the very first online one.
Very first
Not
online
the first out of this group.
Yeah.
the very
This is the
first.
very first. Yeah. I went through the episodes.
Fuck.
You can go through the Monster Project feed. So the listeners at home will see this. Actually, they wouldn't know.
Man, this is a good question. This is tough. The first online podcast. Okay, well, my Taju's in my head for some reason, so I'm gonna have to go with Tommy Hackenbrock. It's the only thing that makes sense. Otherwise, I'd just be completely guessing.
Tommy Hackenbrock was the second ever. And he was 1 week after Tony Gentlecourt.
Fuck, we
from
tied.
Performance.
Fuck. Now I gotta do another shot. God damn.
Well done.
God damn. Wait, so who was it?
Tony Gentlecourt, episode 76.
76. Oh, look how close I was.
You're
I was
close, bro.
one episode,
Yeah, you're
one week out.
One week.
Fuck. So where's the other ones? Rob McDonald?
That's
How's that?
87.
Yep. And then who was the other one you said? Cressy?
No, that was in Tony Gentlecourt. The other one's Carl Ruth.
Carl Ruth. No, I knew it wasn't that.
He was
we
quite
had
a
him in
long-
person,
Yeah,
didn't
he was quite a long time later.
we? Yeah. No, but the first time we met Carl was in
no,
person, right?
Carl was there 89 after Brent Fikowski.
Is it?
I
No,
think
that's
so.
not Kyle.
Oh, no, it's
no,
not.
that's,
No, I think Carl
that's
was actually-
Active Live.
yeah, I
no,
think
we
Carl was
saw
a
him
long
in
time
person
later.
in 2016.
We have had him on Zoom, but it was a long time later. But I thought you might have thought that because he was like your coach.
Mm. Hey, that was a good question
Hang
to
on,
finish on.
did you do the shot?
No.
Okay, so we tied. Even Steven. All right, final question.
Oh, yeah, that was shit. I had an opportunity to win there.
Final
I was
question.
up 5-3.
Should we have a final question to decide it?
Yeah.
Wait, how?
Connor, you can ask. You can think of the question while we do these listener questions.
Wait, how are we gonna do that?
We'll do the listener questions. Connor can think of a question.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Connor, that's actually pretty appropriate.
That's a
Connor,
tiebreaker.
you've been with us for like
Yeah,
what,
you can think of a question.
just over 2 years, so now you can come up with a question. All right, cool. So listener questions we got here.
Connor, can you
um,
bring them up?
No, they're there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Meg Lifts. So Meg Lifts, you can message us for a program of your
Megalith's
choice.
been a big. And by the way, we actually chose to reach out to some of you guys who have been loyal listeners for a long time.
Loyal question answers. Questioners. Is it question answers? No, it's questioners.
They're listeners, but they ask great questions. So thank you to all you guys firstly for sending the questions in, and then thank you to the loyal listeners who've been with us for such a long time as well. So shout out to all you guys. We definitely, because it's the loyal listeners that, and the OG fan base that, one, they eventually work for your gym, but two, they also tell their friends who tell their friends who tell their friends, and you continue to tell all your new friends throughout your life and your new gym. So we do truly appreciate you guys.
Yes.
So
And I feel like you've come on the journey with us.
virtual hug right now. Virtual hug.
So she asks top 3 favorite interviews.
Cool. So so we prepared our answers ahead of time, not because we'd be drunk, but just because it'd be better if they were pre-prepared. So we did one from this year, one from last year, and then one anytime after that. So 2021. I actually put a recent one that I had, Chris Williamson, and that was a bit selfish. I don't think you probably haven't had a chance to listen to it yet, Raf, but Chris has a podcast called Modern Wisdom, which I listen to, and I think that anytime you get an opportunity to interview another podcaster that you really enjoy listening to, because if you listen to a podcast host enough, you obviously really like them, but then two, and honestly I have no shame in really liking someone and fanboying or someone because they do great work, and I'll tell them to their face, I'm like, dude, I'm a huge fan of your work and I love what you do, and it shouldn't be weird at all. But what I like about Chris is that there is some stuff that is potentially not like some of his story that hasn't been told, and just selfishly I'm always curious about that side of his story, and so I got to kind of unpack his ideas. I was like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? In the podcast around some subjects I'm really interested in right now. So yeah, I really enjoyed that podcast this year that I did with Chris. And there was actually a Zoom podcast. The other two are in person. So
Nice.
shout out to Chris.
I'm going to go with Dave Lipson from this year.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, it was just a good time. Yeah, I think that anytime you can get... Sometimes we have a lack of just like funny, good podcasts. And Dave was hilarious. And he made the transition from CrossFit to bodybuilding, and I don't know, I think he has like a fantastic attitude about the whole thing. Yeah, he wasn't on there like trashing it, just like, bro, like just laughing at how stupid it was. And yeah, he just made it a really fun time, I think, for me and the listeners.
It sounded like he went through a really rough time.
Yeah.
Like he
Got
went,
the feeling he had a really, really bad time for a period.
Yeah. Especially through COVID. He was like, they had a kid and they were in ISO for 6
Yeah.
months or something. And and he seemed really positive about it. So shout out to Dave. So last year, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I think everyone feels this way about the last 2 years. The timeline of everything is just off. So
Yeah.
I don't actually know if it was last year, but I assume it was Sonny Webster for the first time. Did we do that last year
Definitely.
at your parents' house? Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was a really good podcast because one, it was the first time I met Sonny, and now we're really good friends. So it was kind of like the start of a good friendship. But two, and he's given this feedback a lot, and he tells other people all the time. He tells us all the time. But that was like the best interview he did. So I think sometimes it's nice to know that when you interview someone that gets interviewed a lot, and he's obviously been interviewed a lot, you do a really good job, and they really enjoy it. But I think it just flowed really well. Your parents' place is like a great setting for a podcast. Your sun's coming in. It's kind of like half outdoors, half indoors. Yeah, we got into the stuff he talks about all the time, but almost in a better way. Sometimes it feels forced, like, oh, so tell me how you felt about your band. Like that, we didn't ask that question. It just flowed into the story really nicely. And because I think we packed it full of information on other stuff at the start, by the time we got to talking about his band, which obviously it's talked about a lot, it just came out really eloquently, I feel like, in such a nice way and such a good story. And yeah, there's he's such an interesting guy, obviously, and he's achieved so much. Even on Saturday night, we were up late watching his weightlifting videos, and dude, he showed me the video. It's like more crazy than the Olympics, right? Because the Olympics, he just went there and he got spanked, basically. But it was for him to qualify for the Olympics. That was a crazy video. I'll show you later. But he's like, I'm sitting there watching it, and it's funny because now when you're kind of past the athlete stage, it's almost like you watching videos of when you used to do the open and stuff. It almost feels like a different person. Like watching that version of Sonny, the weightlifter. Obviously, he still does weightlifting now, but how he was then, because I don't really know that side of him. Dude, it's crazy. He had to break the British Olympic clean and jerk record to qualify for the Olympics. And the guy that he was going up against, because it was like a battle between him and this other guy, he always out-snatches Sonny, and Sonny out-snatched him. And he's like, easy, bro. Like, I'm 5 kilos ahead. Like, he always out-snatches me, and I'll always out-clean and jerk him. So I basically won this thing. Because I'm always making it up come the clean and jerk, and it's really close. But he's like, I'm already ahead going to the clean and jerk. And this guy ended up setting like a 10 kilo PB on his lift. Sonny said Sonny hit his second lift. The guy hit his second lift and went out for his third. And his third was so far above his PB. Sonny was like, he'll never hit it. And started taking off his tape. And the guy hit it. So Sonny had to come out and break the British record, which was, I think he said a 4 or a 6 kilo PB.
How heavy is that?
It's 194.
Yeah.
Dude, 194. So heavy. And then Sonny got it. And it was like, so that guy PB'd by a crazy amount. And then Sonny even PB'd again. And then you see him celebrating after he got it. And it's like, sick.
That is sick.
So sick.
Okay, I went with 2020 episodes, which was the COVID year. Jordan Syatt, Gary V's trainer.
Great podcast.
And obviously it was a good show, but also just there was some stuff about Gary V's obviously very famous that I guess gets verified. That never normally gets verified, right? You just like never hear someone like, oh, look, I actually know the guy really well. Like, I'll tell you what it's actually like.
Yeah, all the time.
So that was really, really cool. Just to hear like the actual truth about how Gary Vee is and just like what it's like to be his trainer. Not that I'd want to be his trainer, but just hearing somebody like that and it's the inside scoop, which you just never ever get to, was really cool.
Yeah, that actually was one of the top podcasts that year. Cool. And then the next podcast I've got, this was in 2019. I've got Chris Bell. I've been a big fan of Chris Bell's movies for a long time. And I can't remember what the drugs one is called, but obviously he's got Bigger, Faster, Stronger, which I've watched a few of them. Maybe you kind of can get them up.
Yeah, he's got Trophy Kids.
That's it. Watch Trophy Kids. I've watched. He did one
and
recently on drugs.
Yeah, he's got Prescription Thugs.
Prescription Thugs. That's it. And Bigger, Faster, Stronger.
Yeah.
So three really good films, and I think it was really. I think we caught Chris at an interesting time in his life. He didn't have a movie that he was filming. I think he was a little more out of shape than he was used to or whatever. And it was just in some ways it was a very grim podcast, but it was a very honest podcast. And I think sometimes in the podcast world, there's almost a little bit of a show that gets put on. Like, everything's great. I'm so awesome. I'm so good at this. And it was nice to kind of hear someone
read my latest book.
Yeah. There was someone who's so accomplished at what they do, and yet in a place where, and really famous and, but currently in a place where they're, quite depressed.
Yeah, he wasn't happy.
Nah, dude, he was like, he almost seemed like depressed.
Yeah.
Like chronically depressed at this point. So it was quite an interesting podcast, and I thought it was, I almost appreciated it more than just the I'm so awesome, sort of podcast, which he could have easily done. I would respect him for because he is. But it was firstly surreal to be sitting across from him, but second, even better to be able to like hear when things aren't going great, how life really is, because how you are in those moments is like what really matters.
Yeah. And I'm going to go with episode 42, Dean McKillop, which was
Nice.
our second year. So 2015, I think,
Mhm.
or maybe 2016. That was good because I reckon that was the first episode we had that was like very much like informative. People were getting stuff like, man, I haven't heard this shit about nutrition. This is awesome. But before that, we had some cool guests, but it was mostly just like their story. Oh, so I did this and I achieved this and amazing. And I remember we went for so long. So I think our longest episode was probably just over an hour, and that went for I think 2 hours, or nearly 2 hours. So it was like by far our longest episode we've ever done, and I think got the most downloads we ever had.
Got a lot of views on YouTube.
Tons of views, and also he gave us heaps of shit about steroids before the episode. He wasn't allowed to say on the episode. That was hilarious, which he now just talks about on the episodes. So all round, that was really, really good. Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, man, great.
And now he does Flex Success. Like a
I still remember that was the first time a guest came onto our podcast, and then after they recorded and we'd released it, they said, I have so many people inquiring about my business.
I do think it changed his life in some ways, because he was working for a nutrition company.
Yeah.
I think it helped launch his nutrition coaching business, or helped give him the confidence to do that.
Yeah, that was like this very small window in time in the podcasting world where podcasting was just starting to take off. And if enough people were listening to the right guest at that time, it was almost like if they had something really good to sell and really good to say and they got it across in a way, it was like instant business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what it was like for him.
Yeah. And so he kind of landed I'm looking at all our guests now on this poster, but for all those guests, he like kind of landed perfectly at that time. And it just like took off for him. Yeah.
All right, Connor, have you got a tiebreaker question?
No, bro. We barely touched the other four. We've only got the
first. One question? Oh, my God.
It was one question with
okay.
multiple
Question 2. Congratulations to Mac Rikers. Have you ever wanted to replace one another as a host? And if so, who would it be?
So I haven't wanted to replace you.
I want to replace him every day.
Yeah. I didn't feel that way about you.
I felt a lot about it when I realized I was going to lose that battle, that question battle. Who would I get? I would get Patrick Bet David. So Patrick Bet David.
Okay.
He does. He sells insurance, but he does value entertainment online. It's like a
bro. Who was this absolute muppet that you were
look
replacing?
him up,
Patrick Bet David. What? I've never even heard of him.
Does incredible interviews.
You could be anyone.
Look him up. No, he does incredible interviews. Anyone that wants to check it out. He did. I think he did.
Oh, is this like the dark olive skin looking guy?
I guess so. He's white, but yeah, I guess he's kind of like Italian.
Patrick Bet B-E-T.
B-E-T and then space David. And
Connor's way too
one of the
drunk to
videos has a lot of views. He did the last interview with Kobe Bryant before he died, which was just
I think
chance.
I know who this guy is. Fuck, look at him. Doesn't even have his face on his website. There he is. Yeah, that's the guy who, I do know that guy.
Man,
to be fair. He does have millions and millions of views on YouTube.
Ridiculous views, but also just, I don't know, he must do so much research or something of a research team, but doesn't matter who he gets on. He gets on like Ronnie Coleman or like some business dude. Like he seems to know everything about them.
Cool. Well, you made a critical mistake there because obviously this guy will do all the talking and like you'll get. You don't even get a word in as it is, bro. You just, you're never going to get a word in.
He would do all this.
He's a master. No, so I thought about it very differently. My brain went to another place. I thought who would be the best dynamic to talk about training with, and then what would actually eventually morph it into would be an MMA podcast, and I'd have my brother as a co-host.
That's your dream.
Because we're so different. We're so different. But what's interesting is part of what's being so different is he's still an athlete, and there's actually a lot of really good podcasts out there where like one person is like a business person or like they're not an athlete, and one person is an athlete.
So it'd be Fighter and the Kid, and you'd be the kid, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, I thought he would be good. But one of my brothers also unique, very, very unique, but very talented skill sets is he's incredible at accents. Probably better than anyone I've met in my whole life.
That's cool.
Like any accent, like really difficult ones, like George St. Pierre. It's mostly fighters, pretty much. Yeah. Conor McGregor. Anyone you know, Michael Bisping, all these. He is like, bro. He should like start a YouTube channel where someone's like 50. You know when they do like 50 different accents in 50 seconds or something. That's him. He smashes accents. So.
Okay, well, congratulations, Mac Rikers. Third winner is Natasha Falg. Is that Natasha?
Falg.
Natasha? Yeah.
F-A-L-G.
F-A-L-G, Falg. What has been the biggest fuck up on the show something you said to a guest, and we've agreed on what the answer is here.
Yeah. So the answer is Matt Fraser, episode 1.
Yeah, which was episode for us. I'm not sure. I'll look it up. Maybe around 70.
400. Nah. No.
A lot earlier.
It would have been 2000 and... When did he win the game? 2016. So it would have been 2017?
He'd won it once.
Yeah. So what happened was we went into the interview. So Matt had agreed to do a seminar series in Australia. And 28th of November 2016, the 3X fittest man on earth, Matt Fraser, exclusive MMP podcast. If you want to look it up on YouTube. It's our most viewed YouTube video to date. So what happened was we interviewed Matt and we asked him a bunch of questions that were probably a little bit, from our perspective, they weren't edgy.
The first question put him off a lot, which, I mean, as a fellow short person, I don't know why, but I think we made fun of how short he was compared to Brent Fikowski.
Yeah.
Which he just did not like.
Didn't like it.
But I'm also really short, and generally you don't take that personally because it's plain for everybody to see.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden secret.
Yeah. He didn't take that well, and then we made
a remark about a squatty potty. I think he asked if we used a squatty potty to shit.
And we made a reference to do we think being religious is because at the time Rich Froning was the man. We're like, do you think being religious is like having the power of God on your side is powerful in terms of doing really well?
I wanted to know.
And it was a legit
nearly
question.
All the top CrossFitters were really religious. So we were asking.
He didn't like that either. So we finished the podcast. I'd say the vibe off the podcast wasn't too bad. I didn't feel like we'd done a bad job. And then we got a message the next day saying, hey, do not release that podcast. Really unhappy with the questions. Don't want to speak about religion. Don't want to speak about politics. Don't like the short jokes. Don't want to talk about competitors. And so we had to reshoot the podcast. And remember, this is Matt Fraser at the time. We were CrossFitters, deep into the CrossFit game. Obviously, he was the champ, the new champ. So this was the biggest guest we'd had today. This is a big deal for us. And we completely fucked it up from his perspective.
But to his credit, he did the show again and even laughed at the same jokes really well.
Yeah.
So he actually put a lot of effort into making it as good. He told the same stories like he was telling for the first time.
Yeah, he did. Credit to Matt Fraser for doing it again and not just saying don't release it.
Yeah.
And doing a great job the second time. And the second podcast was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was more comfortable.
Okay, last question. Final winner, Claire Wolford. Congratulations. What is the guilty habit you both try to teach clients to practice but struggle to do the most yourself?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So there was a few answers to this one, but the one I thought was most interesting was the problem with knowing so much about, it's almost like do as I say, but not as I do, which I hate, right? I think you got to have integrity and lead by example. But the problem is sometimes when you know so much about a certain subject, you can almost come up with any reason to not do a certain thing. So the example I have would be okay, say I don't eat enough vegetables in a day. I'd just be well, there's overwhelming evidence that more carnivore-based diet is really good. So I'd be nah, it doesn't matter because I've eaten heaps of meat today. And we think there could be all these phytotoxins and all these evil chemicals in plants. So it's probably good I don't eat vegetables. I just justify not eating vegetables in my day, even though I know I should probably be eating vegetables. And then the same will go for training. I'll have 2 days off. I'll be no, it's good. Recovery, rest, nervous system, follow the whoop and stuff. It's no, you're lazy. You really should have had more steps and just gone for a walk. So the problem is sometimes I'll fall into the habit of talking myself out of and justifying in grounded in science or pseudoscience, I guess, ways to stop myself doing things. When really you should just stop the excuse and just do things. And really a lot of our clients do that as well. They come up with different excuses. Obviously theirs just aren't as technical or as scientific as my excuses. Might just be I'm tired today, so I'm not going. But yeah, I think I can be a little bit guilty of that sometimes in my own head. And what was actually really good antidote for that was 75 hard. It's you learn a lot to just get things done.
Yeah, not make the excuses.
Yeah, because you can't. You have to get it done.
Man, my one is sort of similar. My one was just taking rest and stuff.
Right.
So I always am you can take a week off and you have no loss in strength, none of that, and I never ever have a week off. And if I have 3 days, I'm tortured.
Yeah.
And I will do anything to not miss another day the next day. But when I speak to clients about, I'm hand on my heart, dude, it's really good to have a week off. It's actually you get way better progress over the long term, and there's no loss. And it's ridiculous to think you have a loss in progress, but completely incapable of doing that myself. Even to the point of starting a program slowly. You really slowly get into it. Never ever do that. I was if you want to get into running, you haven't run for a long time, this is what you do.
Half marathon.
When I did that, I hadn't run for 4 months after having a child. I was straight into it 4 times a week. Just never ever do that.
Yeah. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. but we do our best.
I pay the consequences of the injury.
No one's perfect. No one's perfect. Okay. So, firstly, thank you to everyone that sent in a question. Yeah. Well, I'm getting to it, bro. I'm getting to it. I'm warming you up. So, firstly, thank you to those, the 4 of you that sent in questions. Megalifts, Mac Rikers, Natasha Folg, and Claire Wolfett. Hopefully, we got those names right. And apologies if we didn't. And the guys, too proud to ask questions, eh? Like, too scared, too much ego. Don't want to be called out.
Well, they asked questions, but some of them weren't very good, so they didn't make it.
So, not enough intelligence. So, thank you to everyone who participated in the drinking game today. Connor, Raph, and myself. Raph, you are 6 shots in. I'm 6 shots in. Connor, somehow you ended up on 8 shots. 9 shots in.
You're holding it up quite well.
And he is going to ask the decider question. So, there's a shot sitting here right now. Oh, my God. Yes,
I think this should be a double or nothing. This should be 2 shots.
We can hear you, but just so you know,
I'm pouring a second.
you're actually not being recorded. Yeah. So, like, regardless of... Are you going to just do it anyway?
Yeah.
It's a double or nothing, the final question.
What do you mean?
2 shots if you lose.
Oh, my...
It's double or nothing.
Double or nothing. But it's just for the win. It's just for the win. Oh, okay. Yeah. Connor's going to use my headset to ask the question.
Okay, so this is related to when I first started working for you.
Oh, no.
There's 2 questions. If you get one right, we'll have the winner. But if you both get the first one right, we'll ask the second one. First one is, what was the first guest I sat in the studio with you and recorded?
How do we answer here? Do I answer, then he answers?
Yeah, you'll both have an opportunity to answer. So it's multiple choice. I'll read out
Okay.
the four opportunities. Number 1, James Smith PT. Number 2, Andrew Papp. 3, Patrick McEwen. Or number 4, Simon Hill.
First in person or first just...
First in person. And I sat in the studio.
My God.
This is actually not going to tell you when, but I was in the corner and I was just on my laptop.
Did we both do the show?
I think I know the answer. But obviously, you have to pick, I have to pick. If we pick the same, we pick the same.
I'm going to go with James Smith PT.
I'm going to go with Andrew Papp. Yes! What? Yes! What? 2 shots!
No, wait, you fucked me up. Because
I paid him.
I tried to trick you. Because I wasn't there for James Smith PT.
Do you want me to ask the second one?
What do you mean? You got it wrong. No, double
But
shot.
I wasn't there for James Smith, and you said I wasn't there. I was there for Andrew Papp. Bro, yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. You lost,
You
bro.
fucked
No,
me.
you had a chance to fucking...
Fucked me.
You tried to manipulate the
Yeah,
producer.
you know what?
And therefore, you must
I think
pay.
you're right. I think I wasn't there for Andrew.
All right,
Papp
here we
either.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
That's some bullshit.
All right, Raph lost, and he's doubling up at the end. Oh, Connor's going to have one. All right, cheers to the losers. I win.
That's some bullshit. I thought it was... I could have sworn it was James Smith.
All right.
Read out fun Tony. Raph's on 6. You're on 5.
So the total is Raph took 6 shots. I took 5. Connor took 8. 9, actually, now. So, yeah, we're going to go celebrate. We're going to have a small dinner just to say thank you to Connor's efforts and to Raph for putting up for all my talking over the years and not throwing up after this event. But also thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in for 1,000 episodes. It's crazy to think that there might actually be one of you out there that's listened to all of 1,000. Probably not, though, but at least over 900, that's for sure. But thank you to everyone who continues to tune in. Thank you to everyone new who's just starting the journey with the MMP. I always say this, but it feels like we're kind of only just beginning. So much to come, and so much to come, not just on the podcast, but on the YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out, go to the My Muscle Project on YouTube. And then, of course, you can follow us everywhere else on our Instagrams, at Locker Room. And then very much you should look forward to what's coming in 2022, because as we take on a bigger team, more staff, as the journey continues with Locker Room, there'll be plenty more content for you guys to consume, and more ways for you to participate in the future. So for now, thank you for the first 1,000, and cheers to the next 1,000 episodes.
I think I'm going to throw up. I got nothing to say.
All right. Speak to you next week.